Hi, it's Sue from Createful Journals, and this is our monthly inspiration training, and it's the June 2023 pack. And for this training, I thought we'd take a look at the first day of summer template that is included in this month's pack. So I've opened it up here in PowerPoint, and then you'll see that you get 3 different slides here, and then we'll go through some, I can give you some ideas of how you can take this, turn it into a printables pack or even into a journal or a planner. So as we normally start, I just like to make sure we've got the selection pane available here. So you just make sure you're on the home tab, come to select, and then you go to the selection pane. It's going to open up in the corner over here. And then you'll see it says show all and hide all. So this is what we've got here. We've got a nice floral background. We've got the June the 21st for the first day of summer, and then we've just got like a checklist or a little journal type of page here that we can do. So what I like to do is just hide everything first, and then you can see all the different elements that we've included in this pack for you. So you've got a nice background, and again you could use this for a cover page, divider page, the dashboards, and you can use this in your other products as well. Don't forget you can mix and match everything. Then we have, we just put the rectangle on here, and we've just added the transparency. And then we just put a table, so a simple table. Again, you could change this into a checklist. You could, if you didn't want the columns, then you can remove the columns, or you could merge them together. And then we've got the pictures that we've added, so this nice floral picture here, and then we've got the words together here, so they're just 2 check boxes in here, the text box that we added into a group. So if you do move them around, they'll move together. You can ungroup them if you want to. And then the final group is up the top here, and that's where we've got the sun with the date in it. So what I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to save a copy of this just as a demo. So this is the demo version here, and that's what I suggest you do as well. You can just save a copy onto your computer, so if the changes don't go or you don't like them, you have the fresh one to start with all over again. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to just duplicate this slide, and then I'm just going to work on the second copy, and I have the first for reference if I want to see where things are. So what I thought we would do for this one, right away I'm thinking some really pretty note paper, some stationery, calendars would work with this, and I'm going to show you how to make a nice calendar out of this as well. So that's what I'm thinking in here. Again, you can include this into a complete summer gratitude journal, or about all the things in summer that you're grateful for, places, people, all kinds of things like that. And like I said, I would just make some stationery. That's a hot seller on Etsy right now. So let's just uncheck some of these things again. Just hide everything, and then we'll just put back. So what I want to keep here is I want okay, so that's what I want. Oops, wrong one. I want the picture, I don't want the table. Here we go. So I've removed the table. So this is, I'm thinking this would make some really nice stationery. And then if you come down to slide 3, we've already got some lines in here that we could actually copy if you wanted to. So we could just copy this, come back up here, and just, it never likes to work on Zoom. Okay. And then so we could just put this in here, make the lines a little bigger, and then you could have them go all the way through if you wanted to, and then just pull it down. You can either pull it down if you wanted wider lines, or we could just add more lines. So you can have something like this, and then what I would do here, if you want to change the color to match, is just highlight everything here, and then come to the table design. We want to go to the shade in, and then let's just pick some of these colors. So use the eyedropper. So say we wanted the pink lines, so let's do that. So now, okay, it's filled everything in here, so we have to come over to the border section, and we don't want the all, we just want the lines. Oops. Okay, so we want the Okay, so let's just see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got pink paper with black lines. You could have that if you wanted to, or we can go back and change the actual shading is the background. Right, so that's the background there. Now the pen color is going to change the line. So then we come and pick the pink and then just go to inside borders. And then that's going to change that. Now we still have the black border. So you could change that black border to pink if you wanted to, or if you don't want the, just move this out the way. Okay, so if you don't want the black line, you come again to the table design and then just come to the borders on here. And then the outside borders. We don't want the outside borders, right? So it's changed it once. And sometimes you have to do it twice because that changed it to the color. And then we can get rid of it. So it depends on the look that you want to get. So now we've got this that we could move around with. So we can kind of position that in here. And then we can come up to the layout, and if we just want to send it backwards a little bit, so send backward, might have to go a bit more. Okay, so now we've got it at the back, so then you've got some nice faint lines on the page, and again if you want them darker we could do that as well. So now you've got some nice lined paper on here, and then again you could change the lines. If you didn't want the this column here, then you can just, like I said, remove the column or just merge everything together, and then you'll get just one continuous line, or you can start from scratch and create a brand new table, whichever you would like to do. So the other thing that I wanted to show you how to do now is we're going to take this border here and we're going to create a calendar. So what I did first is I opened up another PowerPoint file, and I'll show you. This is what I created, and I'll show you how I did this. So I just did 8.5 by 11 in landscape, and then what I did was I came to my home tab and go to the reuse slides, and then I went into the monthly inspiration pack, the calendar, and I just grabbed the calendar. Right, so this is the calendar that you get in that separate file. Then we can take out this part here, and now we've got a calendar on the page. So now we could make all different designs with this. So we could come in here, so we could move this around, and you could just have like a calendar here. Then over here we could put notes, you know, just like a little table, checklist, water tracker, habit tracker, so some like a little monthly thing that you wanted on here. Or what we can just do is put this in the middle, and then we just, I made it bigger. And then again, you can just come to the layout, and then we can arrange and align it. So if you want to align it in the center, and then we can align it to the middle just to make sure it's perfectly in the center of the page. Okay, then come back to your selection box. And now you'll see we've got the text box and the table up here, and then we can play with the month June. I'm just going to put it where we can see it for now. So now we need to bring in this floral border on the edge. So what I did there, I just went back to the other file, and I just got the copy of this, and I just did a copy and paste. So you can just copy it, and I just pasted it into this one. Okay, so now you can see it's the wrong layout. So now we just come up to the picture format at the top here. There we go. And we can rotate. So we can just rotate right or left, however you want to do that. And then I just kind of positioned it on the page. So I'll put it into the top corner for now, and then you can see it doesn't quite fit, so we're just going to enlarge it. And then you can pull it back as much as you want, and then I just pulled it to the edge. So I just made everything kind of fit on the page for now, because I wanted to get all the detail on here. So we have that there, so you can leave it like that. If you wanted the calendar to be bigger, we could make it a little bigger. And then, and then what you'll find is we put this on top. I tried sending it backwards, so we send it to the back, but then you lose a lot of the decorations behind the actual calendar. So I thought it looked better at the front. And then we can edit everything else here. So if this is in the way while editing, just hide it in the selection pane for now, and then you can kind of just resize your calendar. So if we wanted to go a little bit wider, we can do that. Okay. And then what I did was I moved the text box towards the bottom. I think I make this just a tad smaller. Okay, there we go. And then we can put the picture back on to see how it looks. So it's kind of, it's all here, but still we've seen, we've lost some of the dates here. And then so let's just take that off a little bit and just scoot it down a little bit so we can get it to display nicely. So now you can see the days. Oh, just got to do the Saturday. Okay, let's do the same thing again. So you just have to kind of play with things till you get it set where you want, and then you've got the nice background here. So now we can see everything. And then what we want to do is obviously, make this blue match the colors in here. So what I did here was so select the June, and then we can come up to the shape format, and then you're going to go to the text fill, and then I'm going to use the eyedropper. So I used the eyedropper, and then I just went and picked the different colors from this image, and then you can see they're all here, the recent colors. So that's what I did. That's how I got those in here. And then what you can do here is just come in here, and then I just change the colors. So you can change, either each letter or all of them. You could do whichever kind of color thing that you wanted to. Two different colors. Put the green there. And then if you wanted to make this bigger, so you can see it a bit more. I'm going to make sure we make them all a little bigger so they're the same size. So there we go. So now you have, oh, I've lost the June, the E. There we go. So it's a lot of just kind of pulling with things around a little bit. So now we've got that there. And then we can do the same here. So let's just go and take the top row, and then we want to come to the table design. And now we can do the same with the colors. You can just pick one color. Let's do the rose this time. So that's changed the text. And then if we wanted to do the background, we could, change it to, and let's do the background pink, and then let's do the text and keep that in white. I think it stands out more that way. So now you've got that there, and then you just put the picture back on, and then we've got the calendar. So you can do something like that. You could, like I said, you could make the calendar smaller if you wanted to. So if we just duplicate this slide, and then again, just come to the table, and then you could just make it a lot smaller. Over here, let's go a little bit smaller, like that. And then if we wanted to, we could insert some lines over here. So I'll show you how to do that from scratch. So come to the table design. And then we're going to use the drop down here, and then you can just pick up the lines right from here. But first of all, you want to be off that shape as well. Let's do the undo button. Okay, so we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the once I find it here. Okay, table. We're going to insert a table. So you can do it from here, or we can just do the one row. Let's just do one row. How many lines? Let's go like that. So you can just do that, and then just make it smaller, however that you want to have it, and then position it at the top. If we want it to start there, maybe I want this to be smaller. And then you can insert some rows below. If If you want more than one, you just select like 3 or 4 and then insert below until you've got your lines, and then we come back again to the table design, and we can take out the header row, and then I would just select everything, and then if we just want the white background, we can do the white background and then pick up the pen color, and then inside borders would be the pink. So you can do something like that, and then you can have some notes in here, so maybe you want another line or 2, and just insert below as well. So now you've got some lines in here. Then we can always pull this calendar down to match. So if you wanted it a little bit bigger here, we could do that, and then we could move the word June around a little bit. We could make there, or could even make it bigger if you wanted to. So there's some ideas of how we can play with the calendars and just line things up here. So you could make, a whole pack of different calendars. So you've got, and you could do one with each of the colors from this image. So we've got the smaller one here, and then we've got the one with the peaches in it as well. Then you could even go with the greens if you wanted to. So that's some ideas how you can make a totally different product just using the calendar and some of the designs that you have in this month's pack. Now let's just pop back over to the main pack again. So I would do lines, then I would do just a plain notepad, note paper, and again you can just sell 2 pages on Etsy as a pack. Then with this nice design here, you could again change the layout of the lines, change the head. Maybe you want to do like my summer meals, you could do planting guide, with this theme on it. So, flowers I want to plant in my garden, so you could make a whole template about that. And then with the other one, this one here, again, it's like we hit everything, then just come back. You've got a nice background, so you could even add a small calendar on here and have like a beachy themed calendar pack. Then you've got a banner, and again, you could move this to either side to create pages, lines, all different pages. That's just the text box we have. And now you've got this, so it's transparent, so we can still see through the back. And again, you could change colors on this as well. And then we've got the outside border that we put in, then the table, and then just the pictures that we put in here. So again, you could, take these icons and put them into a calendar as well. So you have a nice beach themed calendar pack as well. So there's some other things that you can do there too. And then this one is a scavenger hunt. So again, you could just get some different ideas here, change the text in these other different things. And you could go by locations. This would be at the beach, but maybe you could do one on a hiking trail and things I find on my scavenger hunt in the woods. So you can change all of this up and then just change, maybe change this to more of a woodsy type of feel. This is a summer beach vacation, but you could do summer cottage, summer mountains, summer, lakes, all different kinds of things. So there's some ideas that you can do with that pack as well. Right, so I wanted to mention the calendars because now is a good time to start getting 2024 calendars into your stores, because if you look on Etsy, they're already being listed and being sold for 2024. Okay, so that's this month's training, and if you have any other ideas, just let me know. Thank you. Or questions. Thanks.